In mathematics, some processes can be reversed. An inverse function allows us to undo the effect of a function and recover the original input. A great way to start understanding inverses is through exponential and logarithmic functions. Exponential functions model growth and decay through repeated multiplication, while logarithmic functions reverse that process to help us figure out, for instance, how long it would take for something to double in size. Together, they form a pair of inverse functions, each undoing the work of the other. In this lesson, you will learn how to find the inverse of logarithmic functions. To find the inverse of a function, we swap the roles of the input and the output. In other words, we switch the x and the y. Let's see how that process works with the function f of x equals log base 2 of x. First, we'll rewrite this as a regular equation with y equals instead of f of x equals, which will still be the same equation. So here we have function notation, and here we have our regular notation that says y equals. Now, to find the inverse, we're going to rewrite this equation, but we're going to swap the x and the y. So instead of y equals, I have x equals, and instead of log base 2 of x, I have log base 2 of y. Now I'm trying to rewrite this second equation so it says y equals. Now a good way to do that is to just use our definition of what a logarithm is and rewrite this with exponents. So here we have log base 2, so the base of the exponential expression is 2. The log always equals the exponent, so the exponent will be x, and that will equal the other part, in this case y. Right, so we have y equals 2 to the power of x, and this is our inverse function. We're going to rewrite it as f inverse of x equals 2 to the power of x. So notice the -1 here. That is not an exponent. That just indicates that we're working with the inverse of the function called f. So up here we have f of x equals log base 2 of x, and its inverse is f inverse of x equals 2 to the power of x. Now bear with me for just a moment while I emphasize why inverses are helpful. Here we have two equations that are inverses. They both represent starting with $1,000 with 8% growth. The first equation will help us calculate how much money will we have after, say, 30 years. We would just plug 30 in for x and do the math, and it would tell us how much money we have. The second question would help us calculate how many years will it take to have $1 million. We would just plug in 1 million for x, work out the math, and it would tell us how many years that takes. So both equations are working with the same situation, but with a different purpose. Now, one more thing before we do a couple of practice problems. Don't get inverses confused with just rewriting the function. So here we have two questions, and they are different questions. First one says rewrite y equals log base 4 of x using exponents. Well, that would be the base is 4, the log equals the exponent, so it's 4 to the power of y, and that will equal the other thing, x. So here we're just rewriting this equation in exponential form. It's the same equation, it just looks different. Now this is a different question. Find the inverse of y equals log base 4 of x. And to find the inverse, that's where we switch the x and the y, and then we solve for y. So I'm going to rewrite it in exponential form. The base is 4, the log equals the exponent, and equals the other part. So if the original equation is y equals log base 4 of x, its inverse is y equals 4 to the power of x. Here we have the function f of x equals log base 7 of x plus 4 minus 5. To find the inverse of this function, let's go ahead and rewrite it with y equals first. And once you're more comfortable with this process, you can always skip this step. Now we're going to rewrite this equation, but we're going to switch the y and the x. So instead of y, I'll write x. And log base 7 of, instead of x, I'll write y, so y plus 4. Right now I need to solve for y. Before I can put it in exponential form, I need to get the log expression by itself. In other words, let's add 5 to both sides. So over here on the left, I have x plus 5. So now we have the expression with the log all by itself on the right. Let's go ahead and now rewrite this in exponential form. So it's log base 7, so the base is 7. The log equals the exponent, and it equals the other part, y plus 4. So we'll just subtract 4 on both sides to get y by itself. And these are not like terms, so the minus 4 just tags along. Right, so we have y equals 7 to the power of x plus 5 minus 4. So to write this in function notation, that'd be f inverse of x equals 7 to the power of x plus 5 minus 4. Now we're finding the inverse of f of x equals the common log of x minus 5 minus 2. Now when we don't see a base for the logarithm, we understand that it's a base 10. Well, let's rewrite this with y equals. And to find the inverse, I'm going to swap the x and the y. Before we can change this in exponential form, let's go ahead and add 2 to both sides to get the log by itself. Now let's rewrite it in exponential form as log base 10, so the base is 10. The log equals the exponent, and it equals the other thing. We add 5 to both sides to get y all by itself. And we're ready to write our inverse. So f inverse of x equals 10 to the power of x plus 2 plus 5. Here we have a function with a natural log. So let's rewrite that with y equals. And the natural log is log base e, where e is a number about equal to 2.7. So here's just these two equations are the same, just one's written in function notation with the natural log, and here we have y equals with base e. Same equation. So we'll swap the x and the y. We're trying to get y by itself, but first we need to get the log by itself. Now it's time to rewrite it in exponential form because we're trying to get the y all by itself. So the base is e. The log equals the exponent. And that all will equal the other part. So now we have the inverse of the original equation. Let's go ahead and write that in function notation now. Here we have the original function f of x. And now we have our inverse, f inverse of x. I hope this video about finding the inverse of logarithmic functions has been helpful. This is Mr. Ela, signing off.